just walking around tidying up a little bit while the boys finish up math and reading. Then we're gonna do geography and science together. I don't know why I erased science, but we're doing science and geography next, plus a little Shakespeare and reading some citizenship books. I plan on scrubbing the tubs today and vacuuming this crazy floor. The puppies are inside because it's very cold and windy today. So they're napping. And while the boys finish that up, I'm just walking around, tidying up some random things. I have a big pile of clothing to hang up in their closet. And I have more laundry going. And later, after school, I will probably vacuum while they're having their free time and scrub the tub and exercise. I'm making a roast chicken for dinner with some baked boniato mash. Boniato is a root vegetable. It is actually called white Cuban sweet potato. My mom brought it back from Florida. So I'll be baking several of those, and then I mash them with just butter, nothing else. And it is the most amazing thing ever with the roast chicken that I make with onions and potatoes and carrots and sage, rosemary, thyme, paprika, olive oil, salt and pepper. It is to die for. Such a beautiful pairing. It feels very Thanksgiving-ish. So that is our dinner for tonight. Haven't had lunch yet, but I'm not hungry. And I'm thinking about putting down some of my remaining little Christmas wintry things. I'm not sure because it's not Christmassy, it's more wintry. So I might leave my orange slices up. I might leave my little wreaths up on my tea cabinet. But like the greenery that's dried up and dead, like in that picture, and over the mantle, I might take down. I put my hanging plants back up after taking the tree away. And there's just 3 more vases with some greenery that are totally dried up and shedding. And then the wreath on the door is also greenery, fresh greenery, but again, wintry, not necessarily Christmassy. So I think I'll leave this up. I love it. And then my kitchen window has a little wreath on it. And my red and white plates, I don't know if I'll be taking those down yet and switching them back to blue and white, but part of me doesn't want to, and part of me does. But then what? Spring is like 2 months away, so I may just take all the dead greenery out and leave all the other things up. We shall see. I don't know if you guys get Voice of the Martyrs magazine, but if you've never heard or read or looked up Richard Wurmbrand's story, you must. He wrote the book Tortured for Christ. His story makes me, I can even hear him or his wife talk. I just weep the whole time. They are just so amazing, and their story is absolutely incredible. So Voice of the Martyrs came out, I don't know when it came out, but I know that he started it, the ministry, and his son has taken it over, and we get the magazine every month, and it's just a really incredible perspective shift to when we think our life is so hard. Yeah, just read this. People are going through some incredible things around the world for the name of Jesus, and it's really easy to complain and, tally up all the hard things in your life, which I don't want to make it seem like those things don't matter. I think obviously we're going to have trials wherever we are, whatever season of life we're in, or life is hard until we are with Christ. But I'm not taking away from the necessity to be validated in the hard things you're feeling, of course. But it is very powerful to press on when you get that perspective shift and realize how much worse it could be and what other things are going through and how they are clinging to the Lord, and you can too. So I'm not saying that I don't validate hardship. Of course, we all have trials of every kind in our lives, and they're going to come and go for the rest of our lives. And we have to remember to endure, to press on, and that we're being refined through them, and the Lord will help us and be with us through it. But I have been noticing this new theme. It's very interesting. I would say for the last year or so, of kind of like this mother martyrdom, mother victimization trend going on, particularly on Facebook. I'm not on anything else. And on Facebook, I see posts, going up, and there's a lot of articles and posts going up with pictures of like women on the floor in the kitchen. They're like drawn illustrations of women on the floor in the kitchen holding the baby, and then it's like this long article about how hard it is to be a mother, how exhausted, how emotional, and then another picture of a lady like curled up in a fetal position crying in the corner, and this long article about how hard it is to be a mother and all the emotions that come with it. And again, I don't want to say, oh, please get over it. That's not the heart behind this. The heart behind this is get up, stop. We are not victims. Children are a blessing from the Lord. The Lord is our strength. He gives us grace sufficient for each day. We do not have to dwell and heap these victimization thoughts on ourselves every day. Get up, get dressed, find your joy in the Lord and in the grace that He has given you for today. His faithfulness is new every morning, right? His mercies are new every day. Joy comes in the morning. Hold fast to these things that are true. Get in the Word. Be with the Lord. Press on, sister. Enjoy the season because it is going to fly. And I know the temptation of wanting to be praised and acknowledged for how much you do. But think back on the women of the past and follow their model in how they didn't do that. They were hardworking, they knew who they were, and they stood firm on who they knew they were. They did their job, they did it well. They didn't sit around waiting for praise and for pity, and they just did what they had to do. And they raised good, strong-minded children that had good work ethic. And that's what we want to do. We don't want to be weak, pity party, victimized women. Our children see that. We don't want our husbands to think that of us. We don't want to model that for the next generation of mothers. We want to be strong. Read some Little Women. Read some Little House on the Prairie. Look at those mothers. Learn from them. They are so inspiring. And you never heard them complain. You never heard them have pity parties. I am not saying motherhood's not hard and not filled with its moments of trials, but it is getting a little out of hand. We are not martyrs. We are not victims. We are blessed and we can do this. The Lord is with us. So I hope you know that I am not refusing to validate the hard emotions, but I am exhorting you to not let those hard emotions rule you and define you to where there's articles and articles talking about all this victimized motherhood stuff. Get up, get dressed, press on, fight the good fight, and live a life honoring to God, recognizing the blessings He's given you, seeking Him for your strength. Read things that are going to pump you up, not make you focus on, yeah, it is so hard. Get the right things in front of you, primarily the Word of God. Second, strong mothers and examples of strong mothers that are exhorting you in the good things you need to hear. And model that for your children. So we raise a generation of hardworking, strong-minded, good character, honorable men and women. We need that. We need it, you guys. So I hope that's encouraging. I've been wanting to address that for a while. It's gloomy, very cold, very, very windy and rainy and wet. I'm going to clean the tub, and I was just looking at my sitting room, which I love, but it has not become the room I hoped it would be. I thought that we would read our Bibles in here every morning with coffee and like be here a lot, and we're never. And I think it's because a love seat with only one side table isn't as inviting as two chairs with either a table in the middle for each of us to have a spot for our coffee and our books and pens and Bible, or what. But I really, really think it's that. So I'm definitely in the market for 2 chairs. If I am done with my housework in time, since dinner is cooking itself, I may swing by the antique store just to see what they have. The bad thing is, since it's raining, if they have anything, I can't pick it up, put it in the back of the truck and bring it home because it's going to get wet. So maybe tomorrow or Friday is a better day for that. But let me show you the sitting room currently. That guitar is usually not there. So it can totally be a chair with a little table in the middle and another chair instead of a love seat, which no one finds comfortable anyway. We can burn this one just like we burned the huge sofa. All the cushions like fall out of it when you're sitting. It's very uncomfortable. No one ever sits here. So let's see what happens. Well, I got a little over ambitious and went ahead and vacuumed and mopped the whole house, cleaned the tub. Dinner is cooking itself, and now I'm going to go exercise. It was a good day, and it's 5 o'clock, almost time to put the chickens away. What a cold, gray night. Good night, Chicky Poosh. Good night, good night. Good night, Chicky, 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 Chicky. Oh, you found bread. I didn't even know that was there. All right, just got some super exciting news. Our long-awaited windows are coming to be installed tomorrow. So we gotta pull down all the curtains. Did that one already. The one in the kitchen, as well as the one over the kitchen sink. I'll probably leave just our bedroom curtains, but everything else needs to go down, and then we'll do the bedroom curtains in the morning after we wake up. The house with no curtains. This is how it was when we first moved in. Well, today's a home day, except I had to go get some meat and milk, and then I'll be back home. It's so overcast and so freezing and windy. It was flurrying a little bit. Tomorrow's supposed to be beautiful and sunny, which makes me very happy because we'll be home to just enjoy home in the sunshine. I am driving out to the country to pick up my meat. I'm trying to think of what I'm gonna get. Probably mostly ground beef, some whole chickens, and let's see what else they got. Maybe some sausage links and some beef brats. Oh, the best, the beef brats here. I love driving out here because you see the craziest things in the country. You see like destroyed barns, and who knows how old they are, but they just leave them up, which cracks me up. I'm like, if you go in there, you run the risk of it falling on you. You see hilarious tornado shelters of like, what are those things called? Storage bin things. You see lots of mobile homes that are like decorated and stuff. And so it's pretty cool. And then you see a lot of dogs that are just like running around without collars. They're not strays, but they just roam free and they chase your car, and that's always scary. And all the horses have their capes on because it's cold today. So the boys stayed at home because they had math and reading and writing to do. So my mom asked if she could take us all to lunch, and I was like, why don't you just take the boys? Let them finish their school and then take them to lunch, and I'm gonna go run all these errands and then get home and we can chill when I get home. I don't like eating out, you guys. I'm not sure why. It needs to be special. I don't just like it to be like what we do all the time. So I usually say no to eating out, but I don't know. My mom and my husband love eating out, and of course I try not to be like the boring party pooper every time, but I tend to have that reputation. So here I am at the farm. How beautiful, little log cabins and stuff. I love talking to farmers and hearing their stories and how they like got to where they got. This couple, I've known them for like a decade. I've been buying meat from them for like 10 years, and I love them. I love bothering them about the fact that I was only 7 days old when they got married. They're like, shut up! Because it definitely makes them feel old. But they like built this house, and oh, little baby lambs, how beautiful! I didn't know they had lambs. They're nursing their mommy. How precious. Look at those tails. Anyway, I'm just rambling. There's a puppy here. Not a puppy, a dog. And I hate driving with dogs like all close to the car. Okay, I'm gonna get my meat. I didn't film the rest of the day. I basically got home, unloaded all the meat, and went on a walk, exercised. I didn't have to make dinner because we had so many leftovers from yesterday. And then I hung out with the boys. We watched several clips of how it's made on YouTube. We watched Andy Griffith, we read, and we got all the windows ready because they're coming in the morning. So it was a productive, fun day. Thanks for coming along with me. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a great night. God bless you all. See you next time.